Hello, guys. Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Hopefully, you're doing good. Today, we're going to be doing a list of powders. No, not powders. Power, baby. Your favorite fragrance reviewer says that a lot. Power, baby. Yeah, these fragrances are powerful. Okay. And it is midnight. So I'm not going to raise my voice so much, but I will show you 15 fragrances, regardless of how they smell. Today's topic is just sheer power. Who's the most powerful? No, there are many other fragrances which are also powerful, but I picked up randomly from different budget, different type. 15 fragrances. I reviewed them all on my channel, and some of them are very old, some of them are quite new. So you can see. But if you put these fragrances on, I can assure you one thing: you're gonna get not eternal. There's no such thing as eternal longevity, but you'll get noticed within even 5, 6, 7, 8 hours. Most of these fragrances, not most, all of them, they do plenty good job. So you better be knowing what you're doing, okay? And there are a lot of great fragrances missing. You'll be like, where is red tobacco? I don't know, man. You tell me. I don't have that anymore. That's the reality. So let's go from less budget. Like, let's say the budget is here, the basic budget. We're gonna go around $300 plus. Okay. So let's go. And I'm warning you once again, do not tell me later, like, hey, you said this is beast mode and beautiful. I never said beautiful. I said just beast mode. And I said power. I said power. I'm not the powder guy, okay? Don't get me confused. But these fragrances, if you don't like the way they smell, it's not my blame, okay? Do not blame me. First fragrance, let's go with Shuhrah by Rasasi, okay? And this fragrance is one of those legacies that I left on my channel. Before me, there was another reviewer who is the main guy, work from BMW. He is the one who introduced this in the community. So still nowadays, no issue with the performance. If you don't get performance from any of these, you are out of luck. I don't want to curse because I'm in a kind of like a bad mood. In a good mood, bad mood, both. I feel like, it could be because it rained. I feel like doing some crazy things. But yeah, no, I'm not going to do any of that because I'm old. I am responsible senior citizen, right? So Rasasi Shuhrah, number one. Not much talk on each fragrance that much because they've all been reviewed for a long time. So a little bit more budget, you get this perfume, not CDNIW. The neck is a little bit crooked because the cap is not perfect. Nothing in the world is perfect. But this fragrance is the Club de Nuit Intense Women. And this is sort of inspired by, oh man, the cap is really, really loose. Why so loose? Can it fit the other way? I don't know, man. This one, from the beginning, I don't know. Didn't like the cap. So this one is the female counterpart of CDNIW, which I'm not showing today. But this one, if you like Noir de Noir by Tom Ford, it is more louder than that. And it's also not as smooth as Noir de Noir, but for the price, you cannot complain. This fragrance is now under $40, okay? Shuhrah is under like 35 now, and this is like under 40. So you see different budgets, but this thing sure performs in a cold night. If you are wearing this is rose, this is spices, and then this is kind of like, yeah, this fragrance is dangerous. So I do not dare wearing this like casually. But if you want powerful fragrance, this is very unisex for my nose. You can try that. This is called Club de Nuit Intense Women. Okay, I had to pause the video for certain reason anyway. So the next one we're going to go, it's definitely one of the loudest fragrances I ever bought. All these fragrances, they do have that compliment from me, okay? I got this recently. This is a new buy. And this fragrance is big thanks to one of our brothers who got this for me. And he perhaps will be back in Bangladesh soon. And I said, if you find something great, get me another few from this house. This is called Blue Laverne or Laverne, okay, from House of Saudi, right? So this fragrance is potent. Man, this perfume is, when you spray it for the first time, it will give you like some Middle Eastern vibes, some spices, and be like thinking, oh, after 1 hour, it's settling down nicely. No, you go nose blind to this, and this is an enormous beast. This house, I tried the other one, the Blue Laverne Bakur, also great, but more fresh. This stuff has the push. So if you know Ibrahim Al Qureshi, that house I cannot adapt to because they are too potent. This is that potency, but the smell is also great. This is projecting like 3-4 hours like crazy in the hotter nights, okay? So this is, I think 200 ml cost like $65. Very good value house. I mean, I would like to order and review more, okay? So Blue Laverne, and I really like the way this bottle looks. Amazing looking bottle. So the next one, a little bit more pricey. I think that one, the 100 ml goes for 45, maybe 55. This one is $65. Okay, when I got this, I could not believe, these are so expensive. But this is from House of Afnan. This is called Tobacco Rush. I have this one, so I let go red tobacco. They are not the same, but this one got magnetic cap. You can play with these all day. So this fragrance is potent, just like red tobacco. This stuff, if you put this on without the shower, it's not going to leave your skin or shirt. Forget about it, right? So this one has more smoky. Red tobacco is more fruity, red fruits, but this one goes more spice. This one reminds me of some of the Amouage perfumes, which has lots and lots of pepper. Like you think of Epic Man, like the green one, so much pepper, and then you mix red tobacco minus the sweetness. This is what you get. I think this is a nice tobacco scent, but very spicy. If you like your fragrances spicy and tobacco-y, try this. I mean, 65 bucks may look a lot, but if you can get it cheaper somewhere, or partial, definitely this fragrance for colder countries, great fragrance. Tobacco Rush by Afnan. Next one is not as expensive as the Tobacco Rush, but the bottle is small. Okay, so this one is $60, I think, remembering. Yeah, full packaging 65 bucks, but this is a 75 ml bottle. Okay, this is called Shaghaf Vanilla Toffee. I got this like somewhere in last December or so, when the winter was still on, and I wore this throughout the day on, I think when I reviewed it on January International Trade Fair Day, So I went there from my car, I reviewed this. Man, this stuff is potent. If you like toffee kind of smell, if you like caramel, toffee, and very realistic salted caramel, this is one of the best fragrances ever. I mean, there are a lot of houses that making fragrance bottles beautiful. They ask you, like, say, Jean Paul, they're asking, man, pay us about, say, 200 bucks for a new release. And no, they are not worth that money. Okay, I'm sorry to say, they last sometimes, like, let's say Le Beau Le Parfum. Okay, you love it, no problem, but is it worth paying for that 150 bucks, 125 mil or 75 mil for $60, let's say? This kind of fragrances, you smell this quality in, I'll tell you, maybe not exactly the same smoothness, but if you know Xerjoff, Italica, some of those fragrances, this is that quality. You can get it for 1/3 of the price. Okay, so enormous longevity. I just love this fragrance, Vanilla Toffee. I'm waiting for next winter. If I am here, I will wear this. Okay, great fragrance. So now let's enter next five. Next five, all based on price. Some of these are more potent than number one, let's say, or something. Like this one, if this was number one, it would be great if it was a random list. And this could be number one because this stuff is really criminally underrated. It's a shame that people don't talk about it. This is called Kenzo Jungle Elephant version. Okay, and they do have a Kenzo Jungle for men, but that one is for dudes. This was marketed for women. Such a fantastic looking bottle. Take a look at that bottle. This looks no less exclusive or posh than other niche perfume. This is more prettier than many niche perfumes. Okay, this is not a lion, this is an elephant. Okay, so they have a tiger version, this one, and maybe another animal. I could not find them because they're discontinued. This perfume you find somewhere if you like spicy oriental. Like one lady reviewed this, I think, on YouTube, and I remember a review. She said, YouTube or Fragrantica, she said this fragrance reminded her of the trip in India. Like you smell like big elephants, like or maybe you're going to like a jungle, like for explore, or even if you go like somewhere where there's a lot of animals and you smell like the nature, a lot of spices. This one has spicy opening. Man, this one can be very tough. Okay, I'm telling you, this is not for everybody. Okay, this is more powerful people, and it's like really power. Okay, so try this one, check out my review and check out the other reviews. They have very, very good reviews. Okay, so Kenzo Jungle Elephant version. Next one will surprise you a little bit. This one, you think like it's cheaper than the previous ones. No, I bought this for $67 first. Now I think the price have gone down, but this is called Afnan 9 p.m. Rebel. Yep, this perfume right here was that expensive when it came out. It was so much hyped, and I got the first bottle in Bangladesh. Man, when I reviewed it, I was a little bit disappointed because when I smelled this and Hawa's Fire, they sort of are in the same family for Performance 10, Projection Crazy. Both of them are like crazy. But Hawas, I'm used to paying 65, 67 dollars. But Afnan, I have two Afnan today, isn't it? Yeah. Afnans usually I know for 20, 30 bucks, right? But this is the higher line, right? So the bottle didn't change much, but this stuff is potent. If you like sweet clubbing fragrances, the Blue Laverne and this equal power. They're all 10. Okay. So Afnan 9 p.m. Rebel, try this fragrance out. It's more fruity, pineapple-y. Some people say if I have was the fragrance that the white bottle, Qaid al Fursan, right? Yeah, they say this and that is the same stuff. No, I humbly disagree. That's just my 2 cents, by the way. Everybody's opinion matters, but this stuff is so much better than Qaid Al Fursan. Qaid Al Fursan is kind of synthetic. This one is more polished, more fruity, and more beautiful. If more and more you wear it, you'll see it. Okay, so that one I would say even more playful version of Aventus. Okay, so next, the White Angel has to be here. Now Kouros is more expensive than the previous one. When this was in the market like 6-7 years back, I could find this for $55. Believe it or not. Now you'll have a hard time finding this one YSL Opium, because these are discontinued, and now the prices have gone nearly 85-95 bucks. Okay, no joke. You go and try in the shop. If you can get cheaper than that, get it. Okay, Kouros, I never have a vintage bottle. Vintage would have like a metal, whatever you call this thing, this metal thing on the top. But even normal Kouros is a beast. Okay, so I don't need more beastly than this. Whenever I wore Kouros, fragrance got me noticed everywhere. Absolute beast. Okay, YSL Kouros, definitely dirty and beautiful, clean fragrance at the same time. It's a fougere. Next one, again, 95 bucks, $100 plus somewhere. Okay, La Yuqawam Purom by Rasasi. This fragrance is of epic proportion. If I can tell you like something, if you like leather, if you like raspberries, okay, and you like Tuscan leather by Tom Ford, but you can't afford it, this is your next best option. This used to be $75 once. Okay, for 75 mil, that would make sense. But now imagine 125 bucks for this. Yeah, prices have gone high, crazy, but still it's worth it more than Tom Ford. I'm just telling you. I just let you know. Tom Ford, something dirty. That there's this dark leather note, and there's this something in there which is very not clean. This one, the raspberry is so much more fruity, more juicy, and this stuff still lasts even after so many years. Really like the raspberry. This is the longest lasting Tuscan leather inspired fragrance. Okay, this is called Lasasi La Yuqawam Purom. There you go with the lisp. Okay, so next one is very expensive. I don't know what I was thinking, man. This is a 50 ml bottle, and I bought this for $60, which translates this to be $120 per 100 ml. Yeah, this is Hugo Boss bottled Elixir. Yeah, I did have Tramp of Elixir. I sold it off because I have this. This stuff is what's making Hugo Boss legend in the market right now. Okay, you'll be surprised. Like, hey, this before this there were 9 fragrances which got trumped by this. No, not really. Like, I'm going through the price, like whatever the price, but this stuff is in this list means something here really huge. Previously, any Hugo Boss bottle, you cannot say for sure, man, those fragrances lasted. Okay, like the ones like the saffron, and then some of the other ones, Middle Eastern line, or okay, but regular Boss bottle, none of them have beastly. This thing is beastly. Okay, so you give a try to this in the shopping mall when you say it. If you can get a better price, get it. It's a very beautiful, spicy fragrance, which I really like. Dark, niche level juice. Boss bottle, Elixir by Hugo Boss. Okay. Tired. Top 5. Top 5 are expensive. Okay. But, like the prices can vary in different places. Okay. So in my area, whatever I paid, I'm just telling you. Next one is called Hindu Kush by Mancera. Now, this is the biggest surprise of them all. Kind of freshy, kind of citrusy, kind of that leafy note. And why this is here? Because this is a freshy. It's not supposed to last. This stuff lasts. Those who know Hindu Kush, they know this stuff lasts. Okay, if any sweet, like not sweet, like fresh citrusy fragrance, very hard to make those fragrances long lasting. Mancera does fantastic job. This stuff is pure craziness. If I had, let's say, Kumkat Oud or Kamkat Oud, that one is also beastly. This stuff, if you buy full retail, this is going to cost you $130, $125. Okay, which makes this expensive. But if you get a tester, maybe you can get around 80 something dollars, but excellent value, 120 mil, 125 mil, whatever. This stuff for summer is beautiful. Nobody smells like you. Very unique scent, and I like this a lot. Hindu Kush recently got a new bottle. Now number 4 is also a new bottle that I bought. Yeah, this is called Kredo or Credo. Some people said, hey man, it's Credo, man. It's not Credo. I like the name Credo. It's like Kratos, But Kredo, let's call this Kredo, okay? Look at the beautiful color of the juice. And this bit old school, like not old school, old formulation of this fragrance, okay? If you like Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille, this is sophisticated Tobacco Vanille, not so wild with that, vanilla and stuff, more balanced with the spices. It's a sweet, spicy, like almost think of something and Mancera and Tobacco when he had a baby, but not so powdery. It's more wearable. And you think this is gone after 2-3 hours, right? You think again on the skin, go out of the room and smell it. Man, this stuff lasts. Okay, so Nishane is most of the fragrances, they are long lasting. Kredo is one of the things I'll put in the list. This one costs $150 per 100 ml for a tester. Next one, discontinued gem. It's called Amouage Beach Hut Man. There was a time these fragrances were the tester you could find even 120, $130, but now the discontinued ones, good luck. Full packaging of this is $300 basically. Most Amouages are now crazy pricing. This stuff, man, once I sold it and I know the value of this. If you love mint, if you like powerful, unique fragrances, this is one of them. Okay, it's green, it's fresh, it's like floral, and the mint is definitely there, but the holding, like the weight stays with you, gives you so much confidence. Any Amouage, they do that most of the time. Beach Hut Man by Amouage definitely is in this list. Next one is definitely for the price. You'll be like, this is that expensive? It is. This perhaps is my most expensive perfume. I did not pay so much in the current market compared to the number one, but this stuff costs $350. And this is a house called Philipp Plein. If you know Philipp Plein No Limits, people have that, but they would never dare buy this skull version. Okay, this is a bold bottle, 135 ml, 125 ml. Yeah, this stuff retail is 350 plus VAT and tax, but that's not the main reason. The reason is this bottle is not only gorgeous, this beats any Kilian fragrance bottles or boxes from those skull versions. This is the one. The potency of this is like, imagine Philipp Plein No Limits, you put 3 or 4 bottle concentrated and put it in one bottle. That's what you get. Exact same smell, spicy, crazy. And man, this perfume is just a masculine, it's like a manly man fragrance, even same level as Interlude. Okay, so power pack fragrance. This one lasts more than 15-20 hours. Okay, Philipp Plein, the skull. So what's number one today, beating all those bad boys? This is the most expensive right now in the market, and I think this house now is insanely expensive, just like Kilian's, Francis Kirkjohn, or what's that house called, Crivelli, Mason Crivelli. This is called Frederick Mall, and I have not many bottles left. I had 5 total, but I have only this one left. This is POAL, Portrait of a Lady. This fragrance I had also Promise. Okay, I had Synthetic Jungle, I had Mancera. Mancera was I have only the Decant, but I will tell you one thing. This house, some people say discontinuation, no, sorry, reformulation. They took their performance where I sprayed the testers from the new bottles. Man, these fragrances last. Yeah, some of them, the fresh ones like Vetiver, or that, like those watery ones, the Iris, those things are okay. But Portrait of a Lady, if this perfume does not last on you, man, you should not be using fragrance. You are just out of luck. Sorry, sorry, shouldn't be so mean. Let me show you the other bottle. I'm just so tempted to show you. This is the amount I'm left with of Mancera. If I had a full bottle, I'll show you this stuff, made from heavens. Okay, so this perfume, man, get this fragrance, give this fragrance a try. Like, spray this on your skin and walk around like a mean machine, like sweat, push people off, or be a jerk or whatever. But this fragrance will not leave you. Promise, if you get this, no, Promise the name. I'm not promising anything. Promise is like 3 times more potency than this. The Dawn, those ones are $1,000. Why? But Portrait of a Lady is good enough for me. This is the one that is insanely beast mode. You may like it, may not like it. It's a fruity rose scent, but there you go. Those are the 15 fragrances I thought of. You can give them a try and what you think of the list. Thank you so much for watching. I think I'm going to sign out and take some rest. I think I need some tea or coffee. Not a good idea, but feel like having coffee because it rained earlier tonight. Take care, guys. Good night from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Bye-bye.